Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video on the 89 Classic Mini. So I get asked a lot when this car's coming to the channel, and today's the day, guys. We've got a job we just want to tick off the list, and then I'll give you a bit of an update on this car throughout this video. So before we get cracking with this video, remember to subscribe to the channel. It massively helps us out. I think I've got 66% of viewers aren't subscribed. Please subscribe to the channel. It massively helps us. Also give this video a thumbs up and comment away. Like I say, I'll be updating you guys with about this project throughout the duration of this video. It's not going to be a long video, it's just the one to tick a job off, which you've seen the title. It's fitting the arches to this car. So, Mrs. S had some Monte Carlo arches on this car before. The car was this colour, night fire red, and it had the arches on it, and it didn't have the chrome trim down the side. So I'll show you the arches that we've got to work with. We did buy another set, aftermarket ones, and they just fit horribly. So we've decided against them. These are really good quality, kind of new old stock, like you can't buy these ones anymore that I know of. They're really thick fiberglass, really nicely reinforced, and it's what the works kind of Monte Carlo Minis had. So we'll go into it a little bit more and get cracking, but I'll run through the process is what I'm going to do, and we'll go from there. Right, let's take a quick walk around the car, see what we have and haven't done, and some changes that we are going to have to make. So, let's start from. So, first of all, you'll notice there's a big elephant in the room. Big elephant in the room. Yeah, if you follow that, thank you. It's going to channel soon, and it's moved. You obviously noticed that. Yeah. Right. The 89 Classic Mini. This is Mrs. S's car. It's been a long-term project on the channel. I get a lot of comments about why is it taking so long? Why is it not done? Blah, blah, blah. It's not my car. Simply that, it's not my car. Mrs. S refuses to let me fund it. As, you know, we're a married couple. You know, I would fund it. It's absolutely fine. But she's insisting that she pays for the vehicle. It's her little Mini. She wants it done in her time. And it fits in with our life like that. So that's why, plain and simple, why it's like this. It's had everything. This car, it's probably easier to tell you what it's not had. So obviously the bonnet is still original, and the boot lid at the back, which you'll notice as a change. So in this video, we're going to fit the arches. This car has gone through such a big stage. It's all fully done underneath. Everything's painted underneath. We're at the stage now where we need to get ready for paint. So there's one last thing I need to fit to this vehicle before it comes ready for paint, and that is the wheel arches. So we've decided to stay with the ones that came with the vehicle. They're not the originals to the car. It would have had the Rover plastic ones originally, but she likes these. We're going to drill these. All the panels, bar that one, have been replaced. So I've got no reference holes of where these arches used to go. And the lower part of that panel's been replaced. So I've managed to kind of pick out what was original, and then I put that arch on that side. So I'll show you how I've done that. But then we need to go through the rest of it. So moving forward with this car, I'll chat while we walk because it's a bit more interesting. Moving forward with this car, like I say, we're aiming to have it painted. Me and Tony, and probably Sam, who's going to pop along, can try and hit this one a bit hard. In June, we'd love to have this painted for you guys. That's all time permitting. Got a full-time job. So's Tony, so's Sam. So it'd be nice to collaborate a little bit. Just get this one done. And when I say done, we'll get it painted, and then the slow process of getting it built up. So the plan is, once it's painted, obviously has a big wheel up, it's a massive part of this car. Plan is, once it's painted, is we're going to basically not remove it from the channel, but do like a monthly update on it. Mrs. S wants to get involved building it up. It's going to be a slow process. New wiring loom, new headline, a new interior. Everything's going to be pretty much new into this car. It's going to take time. Loads of stuff is going to get refurbished and put back on, but it's one of them things that's just going to be a proper back burner project that we're going to keep picking away at. So, can I get this painted, and then we can get cracking with Matt's one over there, which if you haven't come for the 89, go check out the Resto Mod Cooper build. Really, really cool. Loads of bits of arrive for that, and we're going to crack with that. But this is the one that we're working on today. So arches. I'm going to get the arches fitted, and you will notice that the boot lid is back to the original. So I'll try and put a slide in quickly, up in the corner, somewhere up here. We had the Mark II boot lid on it, and for a lot of the money, I could not get it to fit. So this is obviously, if the reason it's kicked out, it's because of the rubber, there's no latch, but when you close it, that fits really nice. It fits exactly as it should. It pulls in nice and tight. Obviously once the latch is on there, that'll pull that tight. But the Mark II one that's just laying inside the car there, it would not. You could push it shut like this, and you could get your hands in it. The profile of that's just not right. So we've decided to not go with that. It's just not going to work. The pressing's just bad. I don't even know what to do with that. If someone wants to offer me some money for it, best bid gets it. We just have not got the time to muck around with it anymore. I don't know if it's a poor pressing or something. I was worried the back panel was in the wrong place, and then suddenly realised it can only really go in one place. As soon as I put this boot lid on, it fits absolutely fine. So I don't know, pattern panels, it's one of them minutes. You just stay with heritage if you can. So, but we got that cheap. That's that story. Arches. So this one basically needs the holes welded up where the original unplate lamp went. So we're gonna get rid of these. You can kind of see the dirty mark where it went. Get rid of them. Drill the 3 holes each side, put the drop down hanger, and then the fog light back in there. So it's not gonna be strictly Mark II, but the car isn't a Mark II, it's a 1989 Mini, but we'll still get the same effect. So, and that's a solid boot lid. We haven't got to do any work to it. Arches, here you go, there's one fitted. Something I prepared earlier, just like Blue Peter. Yeah, Blue Peter reference. Right, these look quite cool. So basically the chrome trim will run down there, carry on to the front, go back over there. The car's going to be on 10-inch wheels. These will definitely suit it. Obviously these are stuck with little skinny steels, so they're sat in quite a bit there. And we're going to get cracking. So I'm going to grab the other ones out, dust them off a little bit, show you what I'm doing with it to get them in. Right, so the arches, these are really thick. I mean, they're quite weighty for a fiberglass arch. So as you can see on this side, they've got that nice little lip like I've just mentioned. So they actually wrap around quite nicely. So on the back, I haven't got to worry about the bumper. When you're mocking up arches, you do really want to try and work out where the bumper's going to sit. So you don't want to obviously foul that. I haven't got to worry about that on this one. On the front, I will have to just double check it, but I think it'll be fine. On the back, the arch it's cut. And looking at some Works Rally Minis, from what I've seen, the reason why they're like that and they don't follow around under the rear valance is purely because the mud flap's normally there and stuff like that. So it's quite cool, nice little rally mod for the car. So that's kind of the vibe Mrs. S wanted. She wanted like some mini characteristics, like historic stuff, and then we're going to go over there. So with this, it's a case of sitting this right where I want it and getting it fitting nice. If it needs a trim, it will get a trim, and then we'll go from there. So basically with the front, I need to kind of measure this distance from the indicator, make sure it's nice and central on here, so that needs to come to about there, and just try and make some reference points. Basically get one fitted, then move to the other side. Ideally you'd like your engine in it, ideally you'd like some weight on it. The wheels that are going on the car don't need body mods. She's never going to run this car as low as I run mine, so we shouldn't have any issues there. So I'm not worried by that side of things. It's just a case of getting this nice and go from there. One thing to note, and I'll bring you guys in and I'll show you the reason why I do this. Like where I kind of join this up here, just about an inch at the end. The reason to do that is because you don't see it when you've got arches. You can cover it up and it adds a bit more strength. So once that's in there, as you can see from there, the seam just disappears in there. But you know that that's kind of, it just gives it a bit more strength. It's something I've always done. So what we're going to do is we're going to get the other back one done and then move forward. So I'll show you what I'm going to do and how we're going to fit it. So what I've been using is riv nuts. So if you're not familiar with a riv nut, you basically, looks like that. You put it in a riv nut gun, pulls tension on it, and it basically puts a flange on the back of it, which grips the panel. That's what they look like. Little threaded tubes. That one's in there somewhere. I'm hoping I've got enough. I'm hoping. Their count. I think I've got enough. And we'll go from there. And then I've just got some nice stainless screws to go with it. So stainless screws and stainless fittings, which should be quite nice. Right. Let's dig that out. Let's get the other back one on, and then we can move the car probably back a bit, and then we can get a bit more access for the front. Right, so what I've done is just basically took a center point. So that's my first one, and then you can just pull the arch down to where I want it to be. How I did the other side, basically just drill through using these holes, and then you know exactly where it's going to be. So just got to work out where these ends need to be, get these end ones drilled up, and then the other two will kind of fall in place, if you know what I mean. There's no madness on it, you just got to try and get it the best you can. So I've got the same distance from the bottom of that flange there, and it carries on and looks nice down there. So this one, you just see a little bit of that bodywork. You can't do a lot about that. There's no flex whatsoever in these arches, so I can't do it. And when looking at the old pictures of the car, that's exactly how it was. So I'll show you this quickly, just if you've not seen a riv nut before. I don't use them that often, but I definitely use them for stuff like this. I don't fit arches to many cars, as you can probably tell, but that literally is that, just for people that have never used a riv nut, or if you wanted to know. So that now creates a nice solid place for that to go in, and it looks nice and tight. It's all against the bodywork there. So the main reason I do this is, number one, you're screwing in and out of the bodywork, and you're making that hole bigger and bigger every time you do it. You're also chipping all the paint away and stuff like that. So what I'll do behind all of these is just to get some paint and stuff in there. All of this will be wax all behind here, and it'll all be protected and it'll all be nice. There's primer over the car and things like that. So the easiest thing to do is just get cracking and get going. But I've done the grille on the sidewalk like this, and I would do arches in the future like this. I just think it's a nice fit. It looks tidier, it's longer lasting. These are all stainless, and I just think it's a better fit for what the original Rover just sent it through the bodywork. Doesn't work, it just creates rust. So let's keep going. So from this beautiful angle and that lovely natural light, you can see that stunning finish under there. Doesn't really show too much on camera, but yeah, you can see just how this car looks underneath. They're all done now, so you can see that looks all nice and tidy. We'll just go and grab the arch now, and we'll get it screwed in. We're buzzing with that. So onto the front next, but let's get this one fitted up quickly. Boom, and there we have it. Absolutely rock solid, nice and flush to the car. Buzzing with that. So obviously to finish it, we'll get that trim that runs front to back, but that's the back one's done. Sitting really nice. So you can kind of see the look this car's going for. But yeah, that's a nice step forward, that. Right, let's get onto the front now. Like I previously mentioned, we're trying to get the bumper in place. So I know the bumper fits really nice. Yeah, it looks cool, doesn't it, with some chrome back on it. I know the bumper fits really nice. We previously checked that with a little dry build video we did. So happy with that. We've just got to basically put these arches on and make sure they're the same distance from the bumper. So what I'm going to do is basically fit one and then match the other. There's no point sitting there trying to do maths. I ain't got time for that, have we? Let's just get it fitted. Oh, too many cars in this shop now. Right. As you can see, it wants to hit the bumper there. Slot it behind. Get it down there. These are designed to sit behind the bumper because the chrome trim basically disappears off down the back. So this shouldn't be too bad. I want the flatter surface there really, so I can get the riv nut in nice and flush. And then it's basically a case of getting this seam strip central, so that needs to go there, and getting the arch to sit nice and level. So once I'm happy with that, we'll get drilling. Sat here with my Pop Bang colour mug, my Maryland cookie, having a bit of a dip away. Do like a cookie, by the way. Which product do you prefer on the channel? The 89 or the Resto Mod Cooper? Comment below, guys. I'm torn, because obviously this car means a lot to me. I'm going to sup up, let's get going. much now fit. Pretty buzzing to that. Can you hear that bee in here? I don't even pick it up on camera. Obviously there'll be an arched body trim that runs along there because obviously it is fiberglass. It is just a mould. Down there, I think there's a small gap, but I haven't screwed that all the way in yet. It's purely just kind of like in there. Sweet. Oh God, I do love seeing this car underneath. Realise how much work you've done, all the shiny subframes. Right guys, I'm not going to repeat this, the other side again. I'll smash that off quickly on camera, off camera. I'll smash that off camera, and we'll get going. Buzzing. I'm really happy. I'm glad to be working back on this car again. So, big step forward. Prep next. Voila! True YouTube magic. 4 arches fitted to the car. Yeah, how did it go? Front ones were an absolute pig to get right. There's not the issue with it clearing the bumper or anything like that. And obviously, as you can see, you can kind of see how it's coming together a bit with the wavy grille it has and stuff like that. It was just trying to get them to sit right. They were like fighting me. Yeah, they were. I remember when I took these off, actually, it just gave me flashbacks to like, how many years ago, I don't know now, when I took them off and they just went twang. And I do remember that now. But they're in and we're golden. Yeah, look at this, check it out. So, nicely fitted to the car, nice and tight, nice and sturdy. You can see that these now carry on really nicely here, and it will carry on down to the back. And the cut of these is really nice, how that's sharp, and then it carries on down the side of the flank of the car there. So yeah, so you left me on the time lapse doing that side, and we've now got a full matching set this side as well. So yeah, I mean, obviously they look massively wide. The car's gonna have 10x6 wheels on it, so it will fill them out a bit, because that is properly tucked. So if it was my car, I wouldn't run arches. I can't stand the things. But yeah, in my eyes, Minis were built without arches. They're archless cars, 10-inch wheels, that's how they should be. But I get things progressed. That's just personal preference, so don't shoot the messenger. Cool, buzzing. I'm really happy to be working on this car again. What we're gonna do in the next episode, so off camera, I'll probably sort out that boot lid, because you don't need to see me do the boot lid twice. I've just got to weld up them holes, redraw the hole for the spot lamp, and just fettle it all basically. But really the next video you'll probably see is starting to prep the engine bay. I'm going to stone chip the inside of the car. So I did this on the Budget Clubman. Some people didn't agree, some people agreed, some people have actually gone and done it after doing that, and that's the whole point of this channel. I do that for 2 reasons. One, it's hard wearing. So when you're on the mat and all the underlay and stuff like that, it's just that extra layer of protection. You won't wear through the paint, it's just another rubber layer. Why wouldn't you put that in? The other thing is, having been in vehicles and without vehicles, with and without it, it's a really good layer of sound deadening as well. So when you think you've got a rubber coating on one side and a rubber coating on the other, it makes that whole area, that whole boomy area, a lot better. Obviously I won't go up into the roof and all that. I'm just going to do the floors, probably up maybe on the back seat bench and stuff like that. But the boominess that it gets rid of, honestly, it is noticeable. And it's just a finish I like. You don't have to follow me, guys. This is just how I do things. So yeah, so the inside of the car is pretty much, just needs a good scotch back. Clean back, obviously it's all new. And then yeah, we'll go from there. They're the seam strips, brand new Heritage ones. They're really hard to get hold of at the time we bought them, but we've got them. There's a little box, Mrs. S is collecting bits and bats. So inside here really I need to just fill at the bottom of these bin repairs, because you can just see where they joined. They were awful to fit. I wouldn't recommend buying them, to be quite fair, if I was to be honest. So I just need to tidy them up. Other than that, the interior gets covered, doesn't it? So I'm not going to go mad in here. Seam seal everything, stone chip it all, send it. It's been a long time covering this, so yeah. Interior, engine bay, I'll try and cover in one video probably. I think I've got enough red on the shelf just to get the engine bay at least painted. It'll be quite nice if we can do that. But if not, Mr. Wacky is on it for us. We'll go back down our little paint supplier, get the same colour mixed up. I can't wait to get this painted. Thank you very much, guys. Remember to subscribe to the channel, give this video a thumbs up. Check out our sponsors. Everything is in the link description below, but on the screen now is a discount code for Minimine. So 10% off when you spend £15 or more on the eBay shop. Obviously, once this is painted, we'll be on there getting loads of bits. So anything we buy, we'll run through you guys. But honestly, it's all mint stuff. So definitely go and check them out, guys. And also, we have Frost as well. So Frost, I'll just walk over to the banner over there. You can get all your bits and pieces, tools and consumables, all that sort of stuff. And yeah, why not? Why not go and just check it out, guys? Catch you next one. Thank you for watching. Hope it's not been too boring. I told you I'll bring you for everything I can do. Yeah, I'm just really happy to be working on it again. So, being a good husband. Catch you later.